We all know that Benguluru, the Silicon Valley of India, is grappling with water crisis. Bengaluru, the city which is known for its pleasant climate and abundant water resources, is now facing acute water shortages. In this video, we delve into the reasons behind the water crisis of Bengaluru and explore potential solutions. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, A Little Insight. Keregalam Kattu Marangalam Leedu. This simply means build lakes and plant trees. This was the advice given to the founder of Bengaluru, Kempegowda, by his mother in 1500s. You see, Bengaluru's landscape had already been through a lot of transition from 6th century. Back then, the city was like a dry, arid region with lot of thorny trees. But the rulers at that time decided to change the terrain and started molding it from a semi-arid landscape to a fertile land by building lakes and tanks to trap the rainwater and help the communities to flourish. All thanks to that rulers who had a great vision at that time. So by the time Kempegowda came to power, the city was already teeming with a lot of freshwater bodies. But his mother advised him to double his predecessor's achievements. Hence, Kempegowda started building lakes and built across 100 lakes and started planting wide and leafy trees across the roads. What is the reason behind constructing man-made lakes instead of depending on natural sources of water? Surprisingly, Bengaluru did not have any perennial source of water. There wasn't even a river that flowed through the city. Not even the Kaveri, which transfers it through the states Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, but it avoided Bengaluru. The rivers Arkavati and Kaveri merge at Meghdatu, which is 60 kilometers from the city. Rishabhavati, which is a tributary of Arkavati, flowed through a small stretch of Bengaluru, North Taluk. So the city needed man-made sources of water. So the lakes were built in such a way that one lake overflowed, it would feed the other. And many lakes were interconnected to each other so that it ensured that there was a constant availability of water. But that was all a long time ago. Today, the number of water bodies decreased in Bengaluru from the number 1453 in 1800s to just 193 water bodies today. How did these rivers disappear? Well, it all began with British. The colonial rulers set up the military base in the city in the year 1809. And then, due to its weather conditions, they all loved the city and thought of converting the city into a capital city of southern India. And when the British came in, they needed more water. The lakes and tanks that were already constructed were not enough anymore. And as the population grew, the British started to construct the pipe networks and fetch water from places afar. Since water was abundant now, humans started to exploit lakes for the human settlements. After independence, the exploitation of lakes continued as the pipe-to-water source from Kaveri was already in use. So real estate developers started occupying the lakes and started constructing houses and office spaces. Let me give you an example for this lake exploitation. If you ever taken a bus into Bengaluru or places away from it, there is a high chance you board it at Kempegowda bus terminus, which is now called as Majestic bus stand. This is a bang in the center of the city. But guess what? Till 1950, it was a large lake called Dharmambuthi. But therein lies the rub of today's problem too. For starters, some estimates say that the city needs over 2,600 million liters of fresh water per day, and 50% of this water comes from Kaveri River. So when the region experienced a poor monsoon, just in the year 2023, the reservoirs and dams built across its tributaries fall short of inflow. And that has a knock-on effect on Bengaluru. And the other part of the post problem is groundwater exploitation. We are a trigger-happy nation when it comes to drilling of borewells. You know, when a hole is drilled for extracting borewell water, it enters 1,000 feet into the surface of the earth. That means we are extracting water from these deep rock layers known as aquifers. And Bengaluru alone has 14,000 borewells dotted across the city. The reason for this increase in the number of borewells is also simple: growing population. In the last decade, the city has seen a rampant increase in population from 10 million people to 16 million people. And since the city needs more water to meet these growing population demands, everybody is turning into borewells. But remember, these aquifers in the earth have been formed over the centuries and decades. And these can only be replenished if we allow water to seep through the soil. But if you look across Bengaluru, the city is a concrete jungle. 90% of the city is paved surfaces. That means we only have a jungle whose soil cannot absorb any water. So even if Bengaluru experiences a year or two of bountiful rains, still it doesn't help the problem. Anyway, there is one question that remains. How on earth could Bengaluru fix this problem? Well, it's hard, but we could still start making a dent on this problem by looking into lakes and groundwater replenishment. I feel that recharging the groundwater, irrespective of the rainfall, could be a possible solution for this problem, as in this 21st century we can't simply predict and rely on the seasonal rainfalls. And I have also seen that a lot of stakeholders are coming up with this solution. How this could be done? The plan is to leverage the sewage generated daily in the Bengaluru city and use the treated sewage to recharge the dried bore wells. And the incentives of rainwater harvesting could be complement this problem and lead the Bengaluru city into water positivity. Bengaluru's water crisis is a complex issue with multiple contributing factors. By addressing the root causes and implementing proactive measures, we can ensure a water future for Bengaluru. Thus, the story of Bengaluru's water availability is not just a tale of past, but a narrative that continues to unfold, shaping the city's destiny in the years to come. If you have any ideas that you have come up with, please comment in the comment section. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel A Little Insight.